tucked Mom in. I got this new light. It's like $10. There's a positive and a negative contact. It just fits in there. Is that one way only? There it goes. The click, click. So comes with the remote. I don't have any batteries. Is it one of those that you have to screwdriver? Wait, do I have batteries? Confounded. I want to play with it right now, but I have to go get a little screwdriver. It's a little light. That's a remote. It's $10. Made in China. Mom's going to sleep. I'm giving her a bedtime story right now. Let me go get some batteries. What are they? Stelly's got a zoomies. Stelly's in a mood about it too. So how daring you? And a cat. Not in a mood with a zoomies. Where's the other screwdriver? There it is. Good to be alive right about now. Okay. Let's see, we're getting closer. Three AA batteries. I don't know if I have 3 AA batteries. Stelly's got a zoomies. Walking well go round. One more. All right, I got it. All right. I got it, Stanley. My cat's got the zoomies. I had to find batteries. I got me a new light. I love these things. I look at them as like they're one-hit wonders. When you go to the dollar store or whatever, and they have these little lights, because they're good for gifts too. Other people like them. Like, I keep stuff in my car, and then I see people on the street, and I'm like, "Hey, you like this?" They're like, "Yeah, that's really cool. Here, oh, see, like that's cool. $10." I like how the lightning eyeballs. Look, it does all. That's not bad for $10, and it's like a thick plastic. That's a win. I'm gonna go back and buy more and give them to people. See, because me and Mom have enough, so because we have enough, I'm content in my heart, and when I'm content, I want other people to be content. And I grew up in the era where we played with toys like light brights. So I just want to live in a light bright. You know, we gotta work hard, but shit. Ask Q channel. Is that I remember a lot of those where, like, that guy used to share my videos, one of those. Oh, like, that's cool. And then it has a remote. I like to get things of chalk. Like packages of chalk at Family Dollar and Dollar General. And stuff like that. And then I leave them where people are gathered. And I'm like, here, make art. And then later I'll go back and see the art that they made. So I have to do these things in my community, because if I don't, I get upset about what's going on in the world. because it's the same bullshit they've been perpetuating for all time. You can't promote peace by waging war. It's an oxymoron. Do people know what an oxymoron is? They're two words that cancel themselves out. Like military intelligence, that's an oxymoron. Or national security. Because look at the state of affairs. People don't even have access to clean water. Everybody should have access to clean water. People don't get clean water, they're dead in freaking 24, 48 hours. Dehydrated, shrivel up like a little raisin. It's not cute, it's not funny, it's science. And they turn the taps off and lock them up and no, denied, I'm going to hinder, I'm not going to help. This world we should be living on Eden everywhere pretty much. We should just have garden. That was your channels? I thought that was okay. No, I remember you. I think I remember you. From I was still in Oregon. I lived in 5 places since then. And I'm still talking about how they're waging us in their fake wars and real people are going to die. I got emotional today at the grocery store. You were sharing all kinds of little tubes and stuff, and I was like, man, this guy's dope. This guy's dope. No, you were from Florida. I emailed you. We emailed. I ended up in Taos, New Mexico, and then found out after we moved here that Mom was born 22 miles north after knowing she was adopted her whole life. Knowing I always wanted to know where we came from. And then we end up back where she was born after when COVID went. Because my brother, he's a lawyer for state of California. Dude makes $240,000 a year. I said, Jerry, I need help finding a place to live. He said, Mom's your problem. Oh, you're from Minnesota. See, I call it the air farce. Because are you seeing how, they're getting us caught up in their bullshit? Still. I'm trying to still get people to live locally, communally, in their town. Just do whatever you can to make your town better. Forget the world. It's going to get bad for the world, but if you can make it good, and it's just even good karma. People treat me shitty every day. I get screwed over all the time. I get blown off. I get ghosted. People think I'm stupid. Evidently, I'm what stupid looks like, so they treat me like I'm stupid, which is fine. It makes me invisible to people because really stupid people, they get off on causing harm to other people. It's weird. But if it weren't true, Epstein class wouldn't exist. And Epstein is just the tip of the iceberg because there's plenty of us that have been touched by the hand of evil as babies to live to tell the tale and end up as functioning individuals, except you can't tell. I had a hat on earlier. I know I look a mess, but it looked cute because I had my hat on earlier when I went out. It was all done nice. I go like this. See? There! You got the whole look, but no, it's the end of the day. We just had a storm pass through North New Mexico. I love storms. I respect them as much as I respect oceans. Hi, Stanley. They're both scary because they're so much more powerful and bigger than me. And so, we just have, and I like it when we get a lot of rain because it settles down the dust. Because we live in the high desert. It's desert near 7,000 feet up. It's like the perfect place, geographically. I love this place. It's just the people are so iffy because I don't do good with fake people. So when people are fake, I have trouble. Hi, Stanley. Stanley's visibility in his tuchus. I don't think that. I think that life is too short for people to pretend to be like other people, other than different than who they are. So what is it? The new moon in Libra? Is that what's happening? Oh, you don't have to. It's okay. You come and go as you please. You don't have to. I love this new light. So since we last, I don't know how long it's been since you've been here. So I moved to Taos in 2020 with 5 dogs and my cat Stanley and mom, and my hair was this short. And then it's 5 years later. I'm down to 1 dog. All the other ones went to heaven. My sister died in a motorcycle accident on a 9-day. I just moved to New Mexico. Okay, so that's 5 years. That's 5 years. Look at, that's I went viral for educating Deputy Doofus of Taos County. That happened last year. But it's not my face, it's his in his little cowboy hat. I haven't seen the kid. I don't get out much. But that video has been seen over 1 million times. I will never break through the veil. I don't ever want to be mainstream, because if I were to ever achieve mainstream popularity, I would do the opposite of what I did to become that. See what I mean? So I would do an 80. So I like obscurity, because people think of me as a troll, and so I get trolled a lot, and I don't want to deal with that shit. And that's what happens. That you got to deal with all that crap when you get popular, and I don't want nothing to do with that. I just want, I want to connect with people, and then they can come to Taos, because people love this place. And I could do people in small groups, and there's restaurants, and there's a community that I'm trying to build here. And then if people like what they see, then hopefully they come here, and then they bring that back to their house. Let's see. Something I started 5 years ago. Okay, so since we moved in Taos, we moved here at Ranchos de Taos. I had a landlady, Denise Blanco. She died last year. She's a year older than me. She couldn't stop drinking. I tried to help her. She didn't want it. I don't help people unless they want help it. And YouTube nuked me 4 times. See, and I haven't been nuked yet. Oddly. I'm still, obviously my tube is it took me 7 years and 8 months to reach 1,000 subs. That's why I like, it's a smaller kind of collective of consciousness when people end up on my tube. That's what it is. And I like to do things. I made connections with the homie. The guy's brilliant, and he's a Leo. And he goes out into Taos, and he's part of the art collective. Not the rich, snooty ones in the museum. Not those. No, the kids that don't got no money, and their parents are junkies, and kids from the res, kids but they got all the skills. They just don't have no opportunity, and they don't got the connections to get it. So I helped this guy get tablets, laptops, technology, and they're making art. And this guy is all about Greek mythology, and he asked them about, I've talked about this before, about the goddesses and the gods, and how we act out these stories on planet Earth. Yes, don't drink the Kool-Aid channel. That's who I thought you were at first, and then I made the connection. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. That's the one. That's the dude that I emailed with. He's in New Orleans, someplace down there in the South. And that kid, whoever that was, I wish them there. Do you know him? I'm still speaking truth, because it was like, man, this kid's dope. I can't believe he shared, but don't drink the Kool-Aid. I I think now is the time for that dude to do what dude does, if dude's still around. Like, now is the time that us back there, that was years ago. Like, I still listen to astrologers every day, all the time. As I navigate through life, I'm listening to other people's perception of how they see the world is how the world's gonna go, based on their astrology, and I have a much broader spectrum. Quite frankly, dude has like 100. He's got a big channel. He's still here. Tell him Marge said, "Hey, what's up? I hope he has a rad day." Peace. I'm still running my mouth. Oh, want to see this? I don't know if I had this shit back because it was packed away, and so I don't know if I had this shit back. One day I'm gonna have a place where I have a place for everything. With all the stuff that's going on. And they're deploying all these people. For 9 years, that's dope. See, you guys, I'm on the outskirts with the same heart. So I found these because that's what all this stuff is about. Their little coins and stuff. Like, they get you hooked in on coin. Like, it's all about selling things. This is my Airman's coin. They gave that to me in basic. Dude, it was so corny. Warrior Week, when you finish that, they give you these things. It's basically camping. Although when I was there, we had ice storms in San Antonio. And they had, like they simulated war. Like, we had to put up the tent, the big old tarp tent. We laid on the ground, but I was like, I grew up like this. This is not, the neighbors playing loud music, bumping, thumping. It was all just, and then it's loudspeakers, they would drop bombs and boom, 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 and then they'd sing the patriotic music. It was so silly. And I was 25, and I was looking at it as silly, and I felt like I was a ride on Disneyland. Like, what are those, one of those. And then they give you this coin, and then they play, like, Bette Midler's Wind Beneath Your Wings. It was corny as hell. It was so cheesy. And then when I was in age, I got this one. There's only 200 of these exist. Has a star on it. Dinosaur. That's the group. I had 125. Dinosaur. Power behind the mission. Offutt Air Force Base. That's where George Bush came on 9/11. I flipped him the bird. So I knew it was bullshit. I didn't even know the frickin' towers fell. Until 10 o'clock at night. It was such a trip. People in California told me the towers fell. I was talking to them on my friends and they're like, I can't believe the towers fell. I said, what are you talking about? The towers fell. Those towers didn't fall. I grew up on PBS. What do you? They're like, yeah, a guy flipped them off on fuck all of them. They used to hunt kids and they used to hunt people. Everybody knew. Like, when the Bushes were in town speaking, like, the locals knew what they were doing up in Mount Shasta at the hunting clubs. See, you always got to look at who hosts the hunting parties. Who lets important men, like, I remember when Dick Cheney got shot in the face, I'm like, he pissed somebody off. Like, what really happens when you hear about things that really happen. Like some people, we just know what really happened. Like, I was never a Trekkie. I didn't really like Star Trek a lot. And then I remember, and William Shatner's in Aries. I think he's the first Deacon Aries. I found these. These are what I found. These are pictures on Crete when we did Iraq for no good reason. This is all the resource I'll never forget. It was like, how did they get all these people together to collectively? And I was looking at history and government today, looking at the three branches: legislative, executive, judicial. The three branches of government, and I'm like, they're all bullshit. They're all paid actors. The judicial system in New Mexico, friends to Epstein, it's a fucking joke. Murderers get out in months, and women that fucking defend their kids stay in prison for 20 years. It is completely it's just disgusting. It's all who you know. It's all based on who you know. It's all bullshit. It's all little playing dress up. Oh, that's dope. No way. I feel like I'm doing a happy reunion right now. You know? I still do the videos of the hotels, like on Greece. Like, they're doing the same stuff. Never let nobody love and list. I've been spreading that stuff all over social media today. No! Screenshot! Where you been, man? What time is it? That's so dope. I'm gonna cry. You shared my shit back. Oh, I would love to hear your stories. I'm closer to New Orleans. If you ever make it to New Mexico, I'm trying to make a place where people can come visit. Thanks, VAQ. That people can come visit and experience northern New Mexico. Drive around the Enchanted Circle. This place is magical. It has like its own little weird little, like, Swiss Alps, the village, you know. Let's see. There we go. There we go. In case you never come back again, you were here today. Did I fix it or no? Did I make you a... Hold on, I gotta go back. No. There we go. There we go. There we go. There. That's cool. Yeah, when I was first starting out, you helped me get confidence. I seem like a confident person. I'm just basically a real big chicken, and I push through my fear to do stuff. Did you? Of course you did. Of course you did. See, and the lady, Melissa, she worked at Los Alamos. She got taken off the street like 8 months ago, right across the street from the house from where I live. See, yeah, you did help. You helped me keep going, and I kept going and ended up in Arizona. That lasted like a week. Or you know how I got to Taos? You guys are going to like this story because you're big on divine, and you know, you do the right thing and right things happen for you. I was destitute in Flagstaff before we ended up in Taos. A lady invited us, Carrie Gunn, to live here, to live there, and she was our pet project. We were her pet project, and then she turned out to be a horrible, deplorable. And when I got there, my truck was in his shop. The mechanic wasn't doing. He was just sitting on it. Like, I was stalled in life. My dogs were made to kept outside for like 10 hours in the wind, and they're in died. It was so hard. This nice lady started watching my YouTube videos, got in contact with me and said, "Sweetie, I see your light going out. I want to help you." And a stranger on the internet sent me a check for $15,000. And I went in and I was in YouTube videos going, begging the whole world, like, I need a place to live with my mom and my dogs. I'm like, I can't be homeless. If it was just me, I could be homeless. I don't want mom. The dogs are getting old. It's hard. I don't want to be homeless. This is not the time. And I kept getting obstacles and stuff. And so homeboy, and then so she sent this check the next day. Through videos, I found a trailer in Taos, New Mexico, and then we drove 7 hours straight out and ended up here. It was, and then we found out after we got here. After we moved here, we found out my dear sweet mom adopted, you like my new smiley face light, that she was born 22 miles north of Taos, New Mexico in Cuesta. This is my new favorite thing. I freaking the best $10 I ever spent on this thing right here. It does all kinds of stuff. So that's how I got to Taos. No, and that's what I do is like me and mom are so comfortable where we are that I am building a presence in a community. So this is what I do. So I started this, I came up with this years ago. I don't know if you guys remember it or not, but I started making these stickers. That's upside down. So if you come to Taos, you're going to see these stickers everywhere, or magnets. Sometimes I like to leave magnets. And I give them to people. Oh, yeah. I'm back. I'm still about after I moved here, I found 2 dumbbells. And for the last 4 years, whenever I feel powerless, I pick up my dumbbells. And I started out with 2 dumbbells that were 17 pounds. And then I got up to doing sets of 100. By starting with 20 or 25. And then I built up. And now, when I get up in the morning, and I got all my juice in the morning from recharging my batteries, I do sets of this more. It depends. I do sets of 111, and I'll do anywhere from 3 to 5. And so I'm gonna be 52. I'm still okay. Standing turtle, that's me. Wearing my t-shirt. Isn't that cool? I leave this shit all over town, and then I audit Taos. Like this morning on TikTok, I put up a video of a broken pipe, and I went into where to see if where the oh yeah, they're not bad for a fucking old lady. They're not. I appreciate you for passing through. Thanks for passing. I'm going to come and see you. I'm going to find your channel now. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. I Googled every now and again, and I think about you, and I put positive in hope that good things happen to you, and just do good, and good things happen to you. And stay safe, and brush your teeth, and drink plenty of water. Aunt Marge. I'm getting Aunt Marge on everybody's ass in planet Earth. That's what I'm here to do. Is I'm gonna love you. I'll love you. But sometimes you gotta get tough love though, because people are getting too soft, and they have to learn how to motivate themselves to go out and motivate others. Otherwise, we're just gonna keep getting what we got, and people aren't up for the work. You got them all on Rumble? That's dope. I'll have to okay, you're on Rumble. So same name, I'm guessing. Don't. How do they do it? Drink the Kool-Aid. 17? 17. That's hella dope. It is so wonderful to connect with you again. I got it. No, I think I got it. Unless there's another one, then I don't got it. And then I'll just be patient. I'm at straightpeoplelikerainbows2@gmail.com still. If you're ever in the, because like I said, this place is freaking beautiful, and I want to encourage people because I have no desire to freaking go around the world and see the world. Like, even the places that I thought I wanted to see before, they're not the places that I wanted to visit. Like, if I would have gone to Europe in the 90s, then I would have had that idea of what Europe was. And then you have people that keep going back to the same. My brother is stuck in the loop. He's totally programmed. He started out Disney World. He was trafficked to Florida. Like, he is the Epstein class. Like, it just makes me ill that somebody that I cared about is just so nefarious, is so withholding, and has so much just from people being locked in cages and him writing letters. And it's just, the system is so breaking and dying. I don't feel bad for it. And this stuff, that's like, this stuff needs to stop. How come we don't have universal income yet? $2,000 every I don't care if you pay taxes or not. $2,000 every person born in America that lives here. Every month. Every month. Yeah, it's a controlled burn. That's exactly what it is. And people are but see, it's not what it was. See, like, over there, they prepare for war because they are always at war because they got to defend themselves, so they got to figure it out, right? That's dope. But I don't like that word. As I understand it, though, like, Americans, we've been sitting in America, we've been, like, American soldiers have been playing video games in Grand Theft Auto the last, 25 years. That's what men in America have done. They're not ready to face, like, that video today when the incoming, is everybody okay? Yeah. Like, these people are gonna piss themselves when they see what happens in war, and it's not a movie, and it just, this is what, like, we're living this. I want to do a live stream of this movie on TikTok. If you ever seen this movie, this is what we're living. I saw this the year I graduated high school in 92. I listened to Happy Worker this morning by Tori Amos. I love it. I don't trust lipless people. People without lips. I think that's weird when people have no lips. Yeah, it's all the same. But see, this is what I've derived to now, okay? Washington, D.C. and Hollywood both exist to create a contrived reality. Okay, look at all the Jeeps on the road today, because when I was a kid, my generation went to sleep listening to Suicide Solution. Yes, check this movie out. I love this movie. Top 5 of my favorite movies ever all time. Another movie I like that is corny, but, like, to this day, I still drive through back roads, alleys, like the most direct, indirect route because of this movie. Because this guy did a movie called Roxanne, so I watched this movie. But they're not the same people, just like if you go to a place that, like San Francisco, it's not the same San Francisco that it was when I got, last time I was there, and I got this sweatshirt. It's not that same place. The buildings aren't the same. The, like, people have left. The city is like, cities are like people. They're like songs. To me, Taos' song, they talk about the Taos hum, because there's so many born and raised. I say it's from the born and raised is the Taos hum. It's that low drone of, we're just gonna do it this way because this is the way we always done it. Shit, the Pueblo's been here for like so many years. You think they would have indoor plumbing? It's because they use their money on unuseful shit. They don't know what it is to appropriate funds and distribution of funds. it's give it to the men, let the men decide. It's like that ideology is so long overdue dead. It is so long overdue dead. And I'm not sad to live. So like, well, I make jokes about I live in the land of the stupid cousin because I'm surrounded by people I'm related to because mom's mom threw her away to an orphanage. Yeah, Art Amendment's life. Like, how many people drive Jeeps because we watch MASH? Donna and listen to Suicide Solution. Na. I can't stand Jeeps. I dated a girl. Last relationship was like, God, it was 12 years ago. She dumped me. 12. It's like a lifetime ago. It's so wild. And so Shannon dumped me. Comes from a predominant family in Omaha. Like her grandfather put in the electric poles and lines in North Omaha, like where they do weird shit in the woods. Like I mean, and like her uncle went from military career 30 plus years to Pentagon, so he knows all the lies and the bullshit, you know. So anyway, they were Jeep. She had one of them J8 with the big. We drove to Kansas City one weekend she had the soft top on it, like, you know, they're loud, they're bumpy, like they're not good, like why do people do this? And now on my social media, I see where like $120,000 Rubicons and all that, like, and they're out in the desert and they're just like, and I just see NPCs and unusefulness. Like, why can't people gather to like rebuild a lady's right? It's like worlds colliding, isn't it? Kinda. That's what I look at it like. So yeah, so Hollywood makes movies, and then people go to the movies, and then these other men in other rooms are like, haha, let's make military based on these. But then they go over there and they do things, and it's much different in real life than what they show on the TVs. It's mostly, if you think about it in terms about it, it was a lot of people sitting around, and then some people going in and engaging. And it seems weird that whenever you meet somebody that was in like Vietnam or like, how many kills? Like, tell me the grossest part about it. The grossest part that I saw when I was on Crete in 2003 when we did Iraq for no reason was to see 550 Marines that went in. There's only 550, so the OPSEC are just fucking lies. National security is an oxymoron, like military. Like, dude, they don't got the numbers. They don't got the personnel. Like, we're fucked. Dude needs to just back down. He's doing it's a show of power, it's a flex, and it's like, dude, you don't got enough Viagra on the fucking planet to support he's over his head. And he's gonna be a bumbling old man idiot one day. He ain't gonna be able to live with himself. Gemini men are cowards. He's a Gemini man. He is an imbalance. Let me reiterate, imbalanced Gemini men, because there's lots of men out there that are like, as long as, and women too, as long as like you know how to compensate for your deficits, you can navigate in a nice, like a tender but firm way in life, sort of thing. Like, you can make your point and be reasonable people without causing harm to earth, other people. Stress, like now there's this induction of stress, so we have wars where the storms are gathering because people are so stressed, so we're creating the storms. I noticed that this morning. Look, these are the storms across. Now this is what, okay, don't take my word for it, because it's weird. I'll see people tracking storms on TikTok, and and I'll be like, this is alive, right? And I'll verify this is United States. And then I'll go to my Windy app and look at the area where they're reporting at that is supposed to be under storm, and it's not there. And I'll get screenshots and everything. Like, this is the storm right now. This is United States. That's a lot of people are going to have real stressful nights because they're already stressed. A lot of people have family care for that they love deployed. And then that creates pop, 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 pop. That's a lot of stress tonight. It's a lot of tornadoes. That's a lot of more people that are going to be displaced, and a lot more, like, where are they going to go? Because all the stuff that they build in 2026 is garbage. It's straight trash. Production in America is trash because it's a cookie cutter. We live in a cookie cutter civilization. Because people they don't, I guess they didn't have enough construction work for TV shows. ETS was January 99. Okay, so mine was, I have it. I just got a screenshot. I'm trying to remember it. Like I said fuck you to them. See, they never came back to me. I might be the most outspoken veteran in the United States. As far as somebody that came from where I came from, had the terrible things happen, still persevered, made it through the duck walk. That's, if anything was going to keep me out of the military, it was that damn duck walk because of my bad ankles. I just stand up at the end. I was like, close enough. We're going to call it good. Like, and now, for being still going through all the hell that I went, realizing that, like, it doesn't matter if you fight for your country, it doesn't matter who you're, like, for me, my story goes, if I wouldn't have kept doing the right thing, I would not, Mike, I don't know where I would be, you know, but because I made mom my priority, and not my career, or, you know, the desire to pursue a relationship, or any of these worldly things that I chased after for decades. But as soon as I made that shift and made mom my priority, that it's like everything we needed was there. And after we moved to Rancho de Taos, we had to move out of where we were living. I was feeding 22 cats. I kept trying to get this lady to help me get them spayed and neutered, and she just just whatever. People could only pretend like they care. They can't actually do things to. I was gonna pay for all of the shit. I just needed her to freaking take them to the vet and bring them back, and I couldn't get her to. That's it. But she's dead now, so it don't matter. I did a YouTube video yesterday. I took mom for a ride. We drove past the trailer because after we left there, we had to live there because her son was getting out of jail. He got out. He was out. Yeah. But I also think it's like an ankle thing. But for me, that's my brother had flat feet, and he's been in the Army Guard since 1989. 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010s, 2000. He just stays in, and he went back and forth from office of parole. Now I think he's like office of rehabilitation. It is in a different office. California bar number 249276. They did remove his email access and like his office phone number. So I wonder if one person called and said, "Hey, did you really throw your mom and brother away?" Because that is enough to send my Virgo brother off the edge. Because I've never said anything that wasn't true. And if he wants to take me to court, I would be glad to tell the whole world who Jerome Allen Hessick is in real life. He's a skull and bones. He's one of them. See, he writes the scripts on how, like, people can conduct themselves. And my whole life, like, I have been saving campgrounds for his buddies that he used to hang out with in high school. Like, he'd go to college, like, he went to Sac State, like, and he'd want to go up and stay at the lake in Shasta, because that's what everybody in college did. And he would have his little sister, who he didn't even like, go up. Me and mom would go up and save places. get a good campground for him, like on a Wednesday or Thursday, and then he show up on a Friday, get out of here, and then go running through the woods, and then like his fraternity brothers for like 10 years, every 10, no longer than that. He went through his first wife, every ritual weekend, Super Bowl, they go to Tahoe and go run around the woods and do what men do. And then he got married to his second wife, and he's like, oh, I'm not going to do that anymore. Oh, what, you don't want to run out around in the wood in your whitey-tighties with your fraternity brothers anymore? That dude, like, totally freaking, like, left me to freaking be thrown to the wolves in life. So, any bad karma that comes from him, that people, any embarrassment that comes towards him, like, I haven't had a day off. When I moved down here, he drove up, stopped in Redding, stayed the night with his buddy, drove up to Salem, got mom, drove back to Sacramento, kept her for the weekend, and then I drove 27 miles. Like, he didn't help me, like, pack nothing. Like, but his fraternity brothers helped him pack up, drive cross country and help him unload in freaking Texas. So I know people could do things to help people. I just don't know why they don't want to do it. So, like, it's just weird. It's weird. But those fraternity guys, they'll, you know, my sister was sacrificed on a 9-day. That's an end day. Dip out later, bye. Rondé, peace. So the system I know is made by these men. So I know that the system is broken because it's made by dudes that slam their freaking 16-year-old sister's head into the ground just because they learned this in basic training and they wanted they wanted to try it in real life. So the bullies are losing on planet Earth. They're just flashing out. They're going down, like, taking everybody with them. And that makes me sad to see. That makes me sad to see. I don't want to see people get hurt. I want to see people, like, you know, instead of flying drones, like in that movie, Toys, like, why don't they have more remote control automated, like, excavators, stuff like that, like, where they could just put them out there and clear shrubs. Like the knit noise, like, why don't they never make stuff to be of use? It's always somebody that can make money. But when you know, you could have all the robots and the whole robot soldiers, whatever you want, but if you don't have people that are intelligent enough to perform maintenance on them, to program them, to, you know, pick them up when people fall, like, you're just making target practice for people. It's corny too. Don't think it's not corny. It's corny as all get out. And there's Robin Bright was in it. She was still, like, real pretty from, like, she still looked the same from, like, the Princess Bride days. You know? But it's about, it's all encompassing. It's happy workers. I just, the industrial military conflict. It's you know. I'm curious as to see what you think about it and then come back. Because, like I said, I watched it when I was in high school. I had no intention of ever enlisting. That was 92. It was 2000. 8 years later, I was enlisting. You know. So, like, I picked up the good parts of the program and left, and, like, because I was never one of those, like, you couldn't tell me what to do, especially if it was a stupid rule. I would break the rule and I would do it in the most margical ways. I would do it in the most remarkable manner. Like, I can't believe this bitch just did that. You know, I got suspended when I was in the 7th grade because I called Mr. Smith a dirty old man. The guy was a pervert. He would stand next to the pretty girls and he would jingle his change in his pocket and everybody knew what he was doing. And I would watch the girls and they would cringe. Like, they would have a visceral response to this guy.
And it made me go, ugh. I know, I see it. I see what he's doing. It's gross. And finally, I couldn't keep it in my head anymore. And he did it, and he did the same thing he always does. And I was like, you are a dirty old man. And then I got up and I ran away. I was 12, 13. CVI, Proud Rams. And then they suspended me. And I didn't care because I didn't have to go to school. And it was my birthday. They suspended me on my birthday. I got to go to the softball game that they had at the end of the day. And people like got me a card and signed it and stuff. And all was for, I mean, I don't know, but like other people get suspended. Like I saw the other day on TikTok, a young girl got suspended because she was a bully. And like, what do you do when you create something that you think is like good and you see that it's wicked and it's evil and it's manipulative and it's cunning and it's baffling how like I saw a woman whose son stole a dude's tip jar off a food truck, and the mom went and said, I just wanted to come and pay you for what he took from you. Because he wasn't raised, these people aren't raised this way. They just get impressions of what, if you're cool, you do this. Like, we're always being led astray. Always. Still. Live a life of chasing sensations, and where it leads you is STDs and Epstein in Zorro Ranches. Accountability is coming back. When I see things like moms that go up and say he wasn't raised that way, I got him into rehab. And fuck you, Tiger Woods. Don't ever come back, you fucking loser. Like, I'm so sick of these assholes. They create all this havoc from their self-will. I don't need to have a driver because I don't need anybody in my business. I don't need a driver to know that I'm wasted at 7 o'clock in the morning. They might tell somebody. That's what all that shit really means. Don't drink. If you can't control when you're going to do it, then don't do it at all. And people are like, I'm a grown-ass man, I'm a grown-ass woman. You're going to bleed out your asshole with your ass talk. Dude, watching people lose their spouses to something because they can't stop, it's sad. I know people that watch their dear sweet husband. Good to see you. You're always welcome. Their loved ones were putting alcohol in their feeding tubes to get their fixes. So I don't want to watch people die. I want to watch people live and prosper, but where's the opportunity when you have millions of dollars spent on this bullshit and this bullshit? So people that have less than good ideas get paid 6 figures, while the people that actually have good ideas get ignored because they're not going to go along with the program. Like, I always work extra on holidays and stuff like that because holidays are stupid. I never got paid back the time that I had to put in extra work because I had to cover for somebody. BAQ. Albuquerque's down there. I see AQ a lot. ABQ. Breaking Bad did nothing. I remember watching Breaking Bad in Omaha, and I liked the show. I was hooked on the show. They kind of lost me. Like when Homeboy watched that girl OD, nah, you're almost too much a piece of shit for me. I almost can't hang. But to see how much that show didn't do Albuquerque a favor. Viewed as Q. I like that. View as cued. I like that. View as cued. So what is it? The 27th letter? Is that what Q is? The 27th letter? So 7 plus 2 is 9. I'm going to be 52. I'm going to be 7 on 9. The 99th day of the year. Ooga booga. You know how they're talking about inbreds? Did you hear about that? I'm like, dude, I'm one of them inbreds. They've been putting shit in me since I was a little baby. They've been putting shit in mom since she was a little baby. They've been slicing and cutting and dicing and opening her up. I like a skewed but with the cued. I like that. I like a skewed but with the Q. I like just that whole thing. It's in entirety. A skewed but with the Q. I have another channel that I haven't done anything with. It's Third Eye Activism. I have a skewed view too. I dig skewed views. So in Taos, I want to make a place where travelers can take showers, do laundries, and make a good hearty freaking meal, and not have to worry about where they're gonna have to shit. Like they're just everyday basic amenities that are not allowed to people. It's just not right. Yet they waste it on so people are so wasteful. I got a lot of good ideas for Taos. I just gotta the whole town hall stuff. That's how they end up doing what they want, is because they make those things so undesirable. I went to AA. I was a part of like going to like the business side of what kept AA going. I was a part of that too. So I was a regular member for years, and so I learned a lot about Carl Jung ideology and the shadow work and all that stuff that people have to look at and rectify within themselves. Because if I don't see the shadow in me, every time I go out in the world, I'm gonna be like, ooh, they're evil, you know what I mean? But I just see them things in them that I see in myself that they haven't resolved yet. And if I don't resolve my stuff, I'm on a fast track to acting how they are. It's weird. It's like not lack of reverence for life. People don't value life. They think it's a joke. They think it's cute. They think it's gonna live forever. They think, and especially in New Mexico, these homies drive around freaking in bumper cars, like ramming each other, car accidents all the time. Like, oops, how many times am I getting the? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. People overshoot the mark. They can't control themselves. They let their emotions get the best of them. In all these situations, I used to do it. I'm a lot better of containing my emotions now. Mom's been drilling my whole life in my ear. If you don't control your emotions, they will put you in an institution where they will control your emotions for you. And now they're going to bring back the nut house. My dad worked in one of those places. Oops, sorry. Oh, sorry, Stanley. I'm so sorry. Oh, my God. That had to have hurt. Oh, my God. Oh, I just woke up my cat. Oh, sorry, baby. You okay? You forgiving me? I think he's purring. That would be dope if he was purring. Well, I think how I see it now, from like now moving forward, I see it like people are going to start getting more creative and branching off and doing stuff in their local communities, because quite frankly, the crap that's on the internet is like insulting to people's intelligence. It really is. Like, because people are still talking about the same things. Now, what do we do with this and move forward? Take what we know, don't do that no more. You know, work hard, play hard. So community events, incorporating like work on the job training. I want to see Taos. I want to see if anybody shows a desire for like civil, in high school, have them out there like turning wrenches, like learning about the processes, the behind the application, and then when they learn the application. It is but see, California. They're always Springfield. A town is just made up based on a bunch of people that sit around a table and decide how the town's gonna be, based on their imagination. Like Redding, California, Freemason town. It is corny and cheesy. It's like something that you would see on TV, because all of these people that are in chairs of importance grew up watching the same shows. So they're all a part of the same program. So in their mind, see, and Reading is such a weird place. There's no other place like Reading. There's no other place in California or any other city or town of any place. It was like an experiment. It was like its own psyop. It had one school. It started out like Shasta College. Um, it evolved, but it's one of those old Tartarian buildings. Now it's like it's like a building for the district or something. It's a ginormous building, right? And what they did back in 90, they quit. It stopped in 91, 4, I think. Wait, no, I was there 88. So 91 is when they opened. Whenever they built a fourth high school, and so they broke up the experiment. But what they did is Reading had predominantly 3 high schools. Anderson didn't count. Hickville. It had Central Valley, where I graduated from, up north, the throwaways, the hill people, whatever. Then you had Enterprise, the jocks, the football people. They had a better football team. And then you had Shasta, where all the rich people went, because they all lived on that side of the town and had the best property goes to the most important people. So that's how it was divvied up. And then what they did was with Nova was just one school, and they bust all 3 of the other schools just freshman year. They bust us all in from all parts around town, so we could all go to school freshman year and do like the magazine sales where they get you all pumped up in that. This I got at Dollar General for $10. It's just my new toy. I love this thing. But if you send me your address, I'll send you a sticker and you can put it up in your town for me. And then hashtag straight people like rainbows too. And I'll see where my reach goes. How far my reach goes. And I forgot what I was saying. My train of thought just derailed. This thing is so cool. I need to get more batteries. The batteries I have probably are not going to last real long. But yeah, I'll send you some. And I got magnets too. I want to spread my little message of inclusion all over the world. Straight people like rainbows too. Straight people like rainbows too. It's cheeky because I'm not. I gave one to the manager, Cameron, at this grocery store I'm all about right now. They sell ionized water. It's better than reverse. It's ion. It's like, it's putting ion. It's a different thing. It's better. And then that is better for brain function. It's better for protein absorption in your muscles and all. It's just better. And so it's cool that. And this guy's like he's like and this store is so cool because they have the best prepared food, and they make it in house. And then they have like good distributors. That they have good working relationships with these people. I tried to go to their storefront in Taos Valley. It didn't work out. But I'm trying to have a better attitude about them. But every time I go up there, something happens and I get annoyed. And then it just reaffirms why it's for a bunch of freaking pretentious a-holes for the most part. Oh, I was talking about Nova. That's what the school is called, too. So I had everybody go to Nova 9th grade. And then sophomore, junior, senior years, you went back to your... people... We're basically guinea pigs to how the important people want us to live. They want us to eat bugs. Whatever, but I'm O positive. I need to have a lot of protein. We eat a lot of protein. Mom had filet mignon for breakfast this morning with scrambled eggs. So, like, because it's good, because your brain is fat. So if you're not getting fat in your body, you're just gonna keep breaking down until you're off into the no place space. Off into the no place space where all the data and information is held. As for this narrative of all this is nonsense to me. None of that is real to me. Hey, what's up? None of that, like, all day I keep scrolling past, not interested, not interested. People care more about our whatever than their own neighbors, and that's why the whole world's going, because it's paying homage to outside stuff. Robert Phoenix did a great talk today in talking about how it is it's a ritual. It's a fertile ritual. It's because it's the first day of spring, so they do this rocket into the big wide space, creating what? Faith in that you people aren't a bunch of freaking half-witted liars. I never believed in anything NASA, government. Like, I always, because I worked in support staff, so I worked with people that work there, and I'm like, dude, you're bullshit. Like, if you, like, when I was in the Air Force, my first supervisor, Harmon, dude was such a freaking liar. He had a lazy eye. So you're telling me the best of the best of the best, but dude, I can't tell which which one he's looking at. Because like, no, I'm not, we're paid actors. You know, and if we have an aptitude, then we get good roles. I had an aptitude for maintenance, so I became a mechanic. But now, what do I make? Oh, my stickers. I have these made. Straight people like rainbows too. And magnets, and then I have t-shirts. But I need a new embroiderer. I want to find my own embroidery machine. And then I can just, if people order a large, they can tell me whatever color they want. And I can order it. And I want to make other t-shirts too, like, I bully bullies. People, when I see people bullying people, I give them a taste of their own medicine. Yep. Because I've been bullied so much. And they never get it. Bullies don't get bullied much. They get, and if they do, they're getting, or actually I should take that back. They're getting bullied someplace, and then they're taking that out on somebody else. That's how I see it. Sorry, Stanley. I really did not mean to drop. I dropped that thing on him. My dear sweet. Oh, here's the remote. So let's see. On, off, flash. So that's not much of a remote. Where's the... Hold on. On, off, flash. Did I lose the little screw? I think I lost the little screw. I think I did. Or I put it up there. I don't know. See, I can't have things. I think this thing is cool. So I'm glad that people don't want to go off and kill for the thrill. From what my fucking recruiters, man. When I talked to my recruiter, I was like, dude, listen, I am 24 years old. I am 25. I'm too old for this shit. This is my last chance. So you don't have to give me all that bullshit. And dude would give me pointers like, just know this. Don't judge the military by basic training. That's not the real military. And don't base it off of tech school, because tech school ain't the real military. And then he's like, thinks about it for a second, and he's like, come to think of it, when you get to your first duty station, don't think of that. Because that's not really the... And so I started thinking, and I asked the guy, what exactly is the real military? A bunch of one day you'll see what the real thing is? It's one of those little Russian dolls where it's just a smaller version of themselves. Like we go to war because men in positions of power are conflicted within themselves, and they don't know what to do with that conflict, and they have to take that angst and put it out on the whole world, and they're dropping bombs and they're killing your loved ones, and people are going to be forever changed, like I was changed. I'm just happy I still have my smile on my face. Every day I see people that are shells of who they used to be, because they're just that person that is just is buried in layers of pain and remorse and guilt, and I can't believe that people allow these terrible things to happen in America. It's supposed to be the greatest country in the world, and it's a liar. I broke down to the guy at the grocery store. I process my emotions, and I cry, and I get through it. Because I don't want to stuff it. Because that's how you get cancer in your butt. And I just look at people sometimes, and they don't understand, and I just tell them, I'm sorry for my service. You know how long I made senior airman? They held back my rank for 2 years. They put me on the chunky chicken club because I was always muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat. And so I had to go to briefings and learn how to diet and learn about this and like everything, every nutritional course that they offered. I took it, so I had every ammunition of knowledge that I need to make my body what they wanted me to make, how they wanted it, just so I could stay in to get my college degree. That's why I said I did. When my 6 years were up, they didn't haze me. They didn't tie me to a little cart and dump mustard and gross stuff on me and bring me to the wash rack and dump ice on. They didn't do all those playful little hazy things. You know why? Because I thought that shit was stupid. So don't do that to me. I only did 6 years because the United States Air Force standards were beneath my own personal constitution, my own core values. And I saw that real people died because men that have never had a callus on their hand except from jerking off and doing too much coke, and then they're playing chess with our lives. They always have. And they do it by just making us sad and depressed and not being a part of society. And I won't do that. That's why I'm going to do what I can to freaking leave my little stickers all everywhere. And everywhere I go, people are happy to see me. Like when I gave a guy my sticker today, I said, I love to give these to people in the community. And I said, here's one for you. And he was like, oh, I've seen these. When people relate something positive to me, when I walk in and I see someone and I haven't seen them in months and they are happy genuinely to see me, then I could die today, tomorrow. It don't matter because my work here is done. Because I've lived on hell on this earth. All of the hell that men have made, I am a byproduct of that. I am a byproduct of years of bullies in coming into my own power. And if I can encourage one person to not make the same mistakes that I have made, then like I said, if I don't wake up tomorrow, my job is complete. They held back my sign-on bonus, and then after I got out of tech school and I got to Offutt, my first duty station, they started me over from scratch day one again. I would go to every day I'd go to the Offutt field house where I worked out. That's where the Enola Gay was modified, where they dropped the bomb. I don't think bombs exist. I think that's rad. That help me come here and fix some shit in Taos. A lot of shit needs fixing in Taos. But I want to use all the abilities I have to build in the community, since We are a third world country now from creating third world countries in places we had no business. To perpetuate a storyline that only a small few group of men believe in. To support their rituals. I think it seems like Iran is more in line with like more of the Christian values than freaking America is, since its birthday is today, April 1st. It was created on the first day of spring, or in this first day of the new true year. This is the real new year. So all that other stuff, I don't. What world are they living on? Trying to make the beginning start in Capricorn season, that's like a psyop of itself. That's like your spiritual muscle memory. See, all these planets are lining up. Like, we're about to have 6 planets in Aries, 7 planets in Aries, right? And people are like, this has never happened. Yeah, it's happened before. It just hasn't happened in so long that souls are just waking up to this energy because it's so potential. Energy never dies. We die, our breath goes into the no place space. Only thing is babies aren't being born, so there's all this energy, this angst. All these people that during COVID that died alone, scared. There's so much fear that's just spinning around with no positive place to go, so we have to be the positive to counteract and circumvent that. Every fucking veteran that has direct deposit every month should be out in their community giving fucking people money and doing stupid shit to make up for all the lame shit we've done. Every fucking one of us. And I only did 6 years. We don't have a lot of money, but we share it with people all the time. Gratitude. I don't got no earth in my chart. I'm bad with money. It's just part of how God made me. Sometimes my generosity gets me where I gotta float a balance for a while. But it doesn't mean I don't. If I don't say I'm gonna do something unless I'm willing to do the thing that I say. If I say it, I'm gonna do it. If there's any question, I'm gonna hold back. I'm gonna process. I'm gonna wait and see. But if people have abundance, ain't nobody gonna get no help out there unless we are those little foot soldiers. See, I have comfort in life because strangers were generous to me, and I prayed and I prayed. God, I don't want to be homeless with Mom. God, please help me. I want a comfortable place where my sweet babies can go to heaven and not be scared because I'm scared. That was my whole goal. And none of my dogs died scared. None of my dogs died afraid of me. None of them. Not one of them. Have a rad day. Peace. Straight people like rainbows too at gmail.com. It's my sticker. That's what my stickers say. Straight people like rainbows too at gmail.com. I think it might be in the description box still. I don't know. Since AI took over, I just don't have very much faith in how things are because tomorrow it's going to be different. So go with the flow. Enjoy the Libra new moon, and here's to planting seeds to a positive future where people don't have to be scared. I want to see like more old folks homes where like mothers can go live and like be roommates with their daughters and have pets and stuff like that. Like, I see a vision for just such a much better world. We just gotta get rid of all the LDs, machismos, these ideas of grandiosity with inferiority complex. Have a rad day. I'm so stoked. I gotta get going too. I'm gonna set the moon is gorgeous. You are in, wait, don't tell me. SK Richards, are you Washington? I'm trying to remember. We got storms in it woke me up last night. I woke up to wind. I took off the cover. We had 2 covers, and it's getting hot, so I took it, and I get claustrophobic because, as you can see, there's no windows in here. So I don't know where the moon is here. Louisiana, duh, I remember that because I remember now. I remember. Did you see Louisiana? You're in Louisiana. That's where I had a. Did you see Don't Drink the Kool-Aid? Did you see that in the chat? And homie brought drunk. Okay, homie used to have a different channel's name. He was in here, and years ago when I first started, Don't Drink the Kool-Aid would share my shit. Like 9 years ago. I've been doing these videos 10 years. What's the date? It was the 26th. I always miss my anniversary of the day that this. Did I even do a video that day? Oh my god! It was a week ago tomorrow. Was the anniversary? It's the day after my dad's birthday. Is when I try. So I've been doing these videos 10 years now. It's very organic. It's quiet in my little tiny tube. I look at other people's stuff and it's basically the equivalency of people's in their freaking in their mom's basement. And I live with my mom, but at least it's because my mom freaking got her head slammed in the car door and she don't do, she takes herself to the bathroom. She don't flush the toilet. She don't even put the toilet paper in the toilet. She don't feed herself. She don't brush her teeth. She don't do all the things. She does them when I can help her and I guide her. And it's like remote control mom like that. You're near the Texas border. I have a cousin that's in Hugo, Oklahoma. How far are you from there? See, she's getting up there. She's like mom's age, 75. And her body is not keeping up with the place that she lives. So, like, the place is becoming dilapidated, but she still has cats and she still has horses. And so she's trying to, like, and I try to create a community where, like, I could find people that I could, like, these people, she should maybe join those groups because there's people that have their own trailers and they're looking for a place to put their property. You're 30 miles from the Gulf of Mexico, so mom was in El Paso. I'm bad about because I have recall from past lives and future potentials that in my mind, like, there's land on the other side of the Florida, but there used to be land on the other side of the Florida, so it's like right thought process, different time, and how people are starting to create reality by lining up with their ideology. And more people are starting to see how I see, like, Washington, D.C. and Hollywood. They both exist to create make-believe, to get you and me to believe that America is this great place and we can never do any wrong. Don't go into their house and poop on their floor because that's not right. But then we do it in other countries all the time. It's just, we're always, it's like word salad. It's a huge game of word salad. And the people that are contriving it or do as I say, not as I do. Don't do this. They're creating laws that would put themselves in jail. You understand? So, people that are building worlds where they still want to dominate and control and kill and drop bombs so they can test out their little weapons, they're the ones that figure out when you test out your weapons, the more you do that, the less their male member, their weapon, their own personal weapon. You know how like when dudes would have problems with performances and they'd be like, oh, the women would have to be like, it's okay, like it happened, like put their mind. No, it's not. Like, people, it's a disconnect, and they create men that are conflicted with themselves. It starts when they're young. Women too. The thrill. the excitement. I saw a little kid that was pulling a trigger off a little chainsaw or a weed whacker or an edger or something, and it was just dun, 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 and this little kid was just like his whole body was vibrating. He was gonna levitate because it starts with that. It starts with a vibrational frequency, and then people that are attracted to that, it's all pageantry. Like, that shouldn't be okay, but it's okay. It's just for morale. It's all like, I get fired in jobs because people don't like me, but people that are like those helicopter pilots are allowed to do whatever they want, and they're gonna go drink in their bars and be like, yeah, did you see how they're gonna have the video of Kid Rock and get paid a bunch of money for being the dumbasses. I had an AA sponsor. She was a bitch. She and her husband, they both sucked. He was military. He was privileged. He was from the Marines. Dude was dyslexic. You want to explain to me? Exactly. We all are. That's why I'm trying to build community in my town, so I don't have to tune into this stupid show. This is the world we live in now. This is my new light. I got it at Family Dollar or whatever. It's $10. And so, you want to go outside, girl? Walk around, go potty? She missed her potty window. I asked her if she wanted to go at 6:30, and she's like, no, I'm not in the mood. Oh, how does a dyslexic guy end up flying helicopters? Because if your daddy is important enough, you can do whatever you want. There's a waiver for everything. Like, they're military officers are freaking no different than actors. Or councilmen. The gatekeepers that don't allow any viable ideas to come through because it'll ruin their whole production of their contrived reality. Everybody should have a place in this world to make it exactly how they want it. If you let more people create like that, then they don't have as much desire. And then they go from having their little race cars and stuff and their little motorcycle, whatever tickles their little ball sacks, whatever, meh, then they get muscle cars and then they drive too fast. I have these same propensities in me. It's about the vibration. And it's like zooming on something about racing off and then all that stuff. They have car fucking clubs in New Mexico. Like, you're gonna give me a ticket for going 40 and a 35, but you have people that get the whole fucking northern part of the state that get their Corvettes that just get to drive like, they block roads off to let the rich do whatever they want. Like, we're already living in the Hunger Games. It just hasn't trickled down out to everybody yet. You get me? Yeah? That's how I see it. And well, they can play there. I'm ready to compete as long as it's fun stuff, But going off and die, like, we should be past this in 2026. The whole patriotic America. Oh, we're gonna go in and take their bombs, and I put my speaker in my truck today. I just like a loud enough. I don't like gong, 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 all that shit. Ready to go outside, pretty girl? So I'm kind of like machismo. I tip her myself. So I don't want to wreck my shit. These people don't have enough emotional control. They don't care if they wreck their shit. And if you notice in New Mexico, all the stuff that the cousins got from their COVID money, they're trying to sell it off now. So if you want to get like trailers and all motorhomes and all that stuff, people are getting rid of it because they're desperate. They're like, they didn't live within their means, and now they can't support their freaking external worldly shit. It cracks me up. Indulgence, gluttony, where it leads people. And the dude I was in the Air Force with, like, whenever I see something bad happen in this world, I reach out to him. And then his life got good. And he never noticed all the bad shit that was happening in my world. And then I checked in on him. Dude had a heart attack last. He's only 4 years older than me. I had a heart event. I'm like, dude, did you not hear? I said, good thing I listened to all the health briefings I got. With all you men that were, tall enough and your bodies were just right. Like, put me through hell. I guess, people, I guess maybe you'll live from your heart more now. They all have their frickin' acreages and just their compounds where the whole world is shut out. They do whatever the fuck that they want. It's just industrial military complex, and they all end up on their little blue pills. They've been talking about this. I started watching Mike and Molly. It came back on Netflix recently. And it's so funny how it's like, dude, they've been setting the stage this whole time. Anyway, God wants out. Gotta go. Thanks for hanging out. What was I saying, though, about the fakes in the military? About how they pretend to play soldier, and now they gotta go out and act like a man. But they're fucking scared, dude. That shit's scary, dude. Nobody all the training in the world ain't gonna prepare you for that shit. I saw the Marines look like were shell shocked because they were big and tough, and then you know what they found out? They were big and tough. And atom bombs, they don't even exist. To me, they're all the energy directed weapons. It's all, if somebody wants to focus negative intent on you, they could fucking ruin your life. So just ride above that, be positive, and add to the world, and don't let them fucking dim your light, man. Don't let them take your shit. It's not their light to take. Just shine brighter. That's all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad day. Peace. I'm coming, Lunatickle.